Hey y'all, welcome back to the Roads Less Traveled. On today's episode, I'm going to be reviewing this solar powered Wi-Fi trail camera by Ceyomur. Alright y'all, so Ceyomur, I believe that's how you say that, sent me this camera. That being said, it's still going to be an honest and thorough review, just like all of my videos. To start things off, let's just kind of go over some of the specs in the box here. This is the CY95 trail camera by Ceyomur. On the side of the box here, it says it's solar powered, it's a Wi-Fi connection, it has a pre-installed TF card. I'm assuming that means SD card, and it's waterproof. There's not a whole lot more information on the outside of this box, so let's just go ahead and dive right into unboxing it. Okay, so there is some more instructions here when you first open the box on the inside. Looks like it says there's some operation steps. Number one, power off and insert the SD card and the backup batteries. Turn it to setup, and then you slide on after you get your setup going. You need to stay within the Wi-Fi signal area, obviously, to use Wi-Fi. It says use 4 new backup batteries if you use backup batteries. And then there's some assistance information here. There's a QR code to download the app. There's a video guide on YouTube, and there's a QR code for customer service. Let's get on in here. So that just kind of slides out, and then you're left with all the contents of the package. Let's start with, you got a charging cable, which you should probably fully charge this camera at your house before you bring it out into the field. You've got a strap. It's just a pretty standard webbing style strap with a plastic buckle. And finally, we've got our camera. I'm gonna hold on to that just for a second. We've got some mounting hardware and an instruction manual. Let's go ahead and take a look at this camera. It does have some protective film there on the front. I'll go ahead and peel all that off. All right. It's a pretty slick looking camera from the front. I gotta say, it looks pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed by it. You can't see the IRs, so it makes me wonder if it's a low glow flash or no glow. Let's open it on up. Here we've got the inside. It's got a nice big LCD screen. There's a cover for your backup batteries if you choose to use them, but you don't have to because this camera does have a built-in battery solar panel. Then on the bottom here is where you would charge it, and you've got your SD card. Let's take a look at that SD card. It's a micro SD card, and they give you a 32 gig card for free. I appreciate that, Ceyomur. It's always nice when the camera comes with everything you need to get it going. In this case, except backup batteries, which you do not need. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab my phone, and I'm going to download the app. I'm going to try to use the QR code here on the back screen here. There's also the setup instruction guides. There's a 30-day return window. There's plenty of links for service and support. It's pretty handy they put all that information just right there on the camera, because honestly, who keeps up with their user manual after opening the box? So thank you, Ceyomur. Let's see if we can find that app real quick. So I just went to my phone's camera. I'm going to hover that over the download of app QR code. There we go. There we go. It took me to the app store, and I can download the app. The name of this app is Wildlife Cam. I'm gonna say get that. Okay, it's installed, so we'll go ahead and open it up and just kind of take a look at it. All right, there we go. We'll get to that when we're ready to hook up to the camera. I'm gonna come around behind my filming camera here. We're gonna turn this thing on for the first time and run through some of the settings. All right, y'all, so we got our camera here. I'm gonna go ahead and power it on. Actually, I'm gonna go to setup. And there we go. So our language is gonna be English. We need to set up our date and time. Today is, see, it's 2025 now. It's February 14th. And the time is 11:30. All data be deleted. Okay. That's just formatting the card. I didn't actually get my time set, so I need to go back into the menu. If you press OK on the home screen, it's just going to take a picture, so that's pretty handy. Okay, so we press this button at the top here twice to get back into our settings. Right now our mode is photo mode. I want to change that to photo plus video. PR interval 30 seconds is fine. Medium sensitivity, time lapse is off, loop recording is off. IR LED is auto, low battery at night. It's fine. Monitoring period is off. Slide PR setup is on. Frequency is 50 Hertz. And we push our right arrow to go over to our image settings. We're going to change our image size to whatever the maximum is on this camera. Wow, man. 46 megapixels is the maximum size. That's pretty large. Take one photo. We can adjust shutter speed. We'll leave it the same for now. Video resolution, we're going to go to 4K P30. That's pretty high resolution, I got to say. It should be some pretty good videos, but it's going to take up a lot of space on our SD card. So you just got to keep that in mind. We'll leave video length 10. Audio recording is on. Settings, English. We already formatted our SD card. Date and time. This is where I messed up earlier. Alright, so it's 11:30. Okay. We don't have AA batteries in here right now. We're running off the built-in battery. 24-hour time format, that's fine. Date stamps on. Beep sound, and you can hear that. I'm going to turn that off because I'd rather it be silent. We're not going to name the camera. You could put a password in if you wanted to. You could do a password for the app. Auto Wi-Fi is off after 2 minutes. Auto power off after 3 minutes. Backlight turns off after 1 minute. Customer care, version, firmware information. Okay, that's pretty much it. All right, y'all, so we got our camera pretty much set up. I'm gonna carry it back here to my test tree behind the house. We'll get the camera put on the tree, and then we're gonna get into the app, and try to get it set up and running. That way we can get a nice preview of what the camera's seeing and run back through those settings one more time and make sure everything looks good before we leave it. So if y'all watched any of my other videos and you're familiar with this test tree, it's the tree that I do pretty much all of my new trail camera tests on. Now we're just going to open this camera up. We're going to turn it to setup mode. So our camera's on setup mode and we're back within our app. So we're going to say, it says make sure the camera is near the phone. The Wi-Fi function can only be used in connection with the mobile app and cannot be used as a LAN connection. We understand that. Click add camera. I need to turn on my Bluetooth, I guess. So I had to enable the Bluetooth setting within the app settings. I think when I first downloaded this, one of those pop-ups, I wasn't paying good enough attention. And I didn't allow Bluetooth. So now we've allowed the Bluetooth. We should be able to go back to our app and add a camera. Looks like there it is. It popped up. First one, wildlife cam. We're going to click the plus button. It's connecting camera. It says please wait. We want to join. And there we go. I had to go in and allow it to access my local networks for some reason, but once I did that, it was able to connect, no problem. And you can see here, we go to the main screen and we're looking at a preview camera scene. I'm just going to kind of pivot the camera around to, you know, where I want it to be aimed for the test. We'll just kind of make sure we're looking right down that trail just like that. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and let's go into our settings in the bottom right and just double check everything. So our mode is set to photo plus video. PIR is 30 seconds, image size 46, one photo, 40K, 30 frames per second, I'm assuming. Record time is 10 seconds. It's going to record audio. The sensitivity is medium. Loop recording is off. IR is auto. The monitoring period, so you can set certain times of day when you want the camera to work, or certain times of day you don't want the camera to work. Date format 24 hours. Date stamp is on. The camera name is CY95. That's the model. Wi-Fi turns off after 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and format our SD card one more time. Looks like we got 29.5 gigs of free space, which is going to go pretty quick using 4K video and the 40 something megapixel images. All that looks pretty good. All right, we're going to disconnect the camera from the app, and now we're just going to turn the thing on. We turned it on. Now it's counting down a timer for when it's active. We're going to leave this camera out here for a week or two. All right, y'all, so our camera's been out for 2 to 3 weeks, somewhere around there. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull it. We're gonna take the SD card inside. I'm gonna throw up some example pictures and videos, and then we'll come back with some final thoughts and impressions. All right, y'all. Well, you've seen the unboxing, the setup. You've seen the pictures and videos off this camera. What do y'all think? I think it's a pretty good camera, man. The quality of pictures and videos is very good. Now you have to keep in mind that recording at 4K video and 40 something megapixel photos is going to take up a lot of space on your SD card. Get a little bit larger SD card if you're going to do that, or just record at a lower quality, because it's still going to be pretty daggone good. I'll tell you one thing about this camera that I really like is the built-in solar panel and built-in lithium battery. I did not even use backup AA batteries in this camera, and unless you're just gonna get a ton of pictures and videos, or the conditions are gonna be very poor, there's gonna be very minimal sunlight, I don't see a reason why you would have to use AA batteries. And that's such a pro today in time, because the price of batteries are just getting ridiculous, especially when you run multiple cameras. That's a huge benefit, and potentially an avenue for cost savings. You know, over a life of a trail camera, if you have it for, I don't know, just say 5 years, how many sets of batteries are you not going to have to purchase to keep that camera going? Whereas another camera, you're still going to have to make the initial investment, plus you're going to have to buy those batteries, you know, every few months, depending on how many pictures you get. I just want to say thank you to Ceyomur for sending me this camera to review. I think it's an excellent product. Y'all have done a good job. Keep it up. And to all of y'all out there watching, I hope that this has been helpful to someone. I hope that you've all had a blessed day. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Like always, y'all remember, take the roads less traveled.